2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, they have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. And in that deep draft of 2017, Kyle Kuzma went late in the first round. Kenny, if there were a redraft, would he be a lottery pick?
A redraft knowing what he's done for the Lakers? Not just like not knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, knowing what he's done for the Lakers? Oh, he's a lottery pick. He the first ever rookie to get 1,000 points, 400 rebounds, and 133s.
Yeah, but he's there because he's working hard and he wants to be a complete player. Now with LeBron there, be a mentor, just going to take his game to a new level. I think he's a superstar already.
The tip-off is coming up shortly. Time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight. Defending their home court means a lot to this team. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You take a look at the Nets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, LeBron James is closing in on the top 3 all-time list in scoring. LeBron said it's an honor, but he added, scoring has never been on my list of goals. Facilitating, rebounding, defending, getting block shots and things of that nature always ranked above that. Kevin, he has filled up the box score for a long time.
He can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. A couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, the absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such an integral part of the success over the course of a long season. This is the point when you start to lose games, you can sort of break apart and splinter, and that is where that veteran leadership in the locker room, just to keep everybody unified, can be so critical.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at center. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Rondo. Pass to James. 6 to shoot. Down low. Howard can't hit. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Aminu, the pass to Augustine. And there's the pass to Gordon. Makes it off the glass.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
Now here's Rondo. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. One-on-one here. Here's Aminu. Headshot off. Bradley with some nice D. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points his last outing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. He dishes it to Ross. Off with the layup. And it's the Lakers on the break. Up the floor. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by the Magic. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
Bradley passes to Howard. He kicks it to Rondo. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. James misses.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Rondo against Augustine. Takes the 13-footer. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Orlando trailing here. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players. And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 2nd in blocks, 6th in rebounding, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, 1 rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. Now, here's Aminu. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Ross against Bradley. Yep, that one goes in there.
Wow, how about the explosiveness of Terrence Ross? What great acceleration on the effective drive.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought, Greg, they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Now Aminu, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Augustine, no luck. And the dunk by James.
Now, if you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
Now Augustine, he's still scoreless so far in this one. Gordon trying to break loose, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
The first free throw is good.
And quietly, DJ Augustine has become one of the game's better three-point shooters. This is an established player who finds ways to continue to be productive, guys.
He's off on the second.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defender.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Free throw good, James.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Davis. That shot misses. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Aminu. Pass to Gordon. And it's sent back by Howard.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Rondo looking around. And Davis now top of the key. Clock at 6. Over Gordon. Los Angeles with another miss. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Davis dishes to Rondo. And the Lakers with another miss. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Kicks to Howard. To halt the run. Kept alive. And no good. But close in that one, so he'll shoot 2. On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Free throw good, Davis. Doris, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane that you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
To the inside, and stolen by James. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Here's Fournier. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And so Orlando again turning it over. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Vucevic.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And here is James. He has 5. Here's Davis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
The very definition of a savvy veteran. DJ Augustine threads the needle in the pick and roll.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Here's Rondo. He feeds it to Davis. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Burks is checked in for Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gordon. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Green comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Here's James. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for LeBron.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. It's Fournier on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Caruso. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Lakers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Here's Fultz. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
For the 3. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lakers leading by 3. Over in the corner, Green.
Well, I'd like to see Evan Fournier focusing on the defensive end. He's got the potential to get better there.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Here's Fultz. 9 points last game. Just 5 to shoot. From the line. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Fournier with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Tipped away. Kuzma kicks to Green. The quick look, no good that time. So the Magic, their last game, a win against the Bucks. Isaac passes to Birch. Up top, Fournier, guarded by Green. Pass to Fultz. 5 on the clock. Over Caldwell Pope. The Magic again can't hit. And here's the Lakers. Big stretch here going 10-2. Basket counts. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Kuzma.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter. From 11 feet away, and the shot is long. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
The first one falls.
Guys, let's remember, Danny Green was waived not just once, twice, but I love that he didn't put his head down. And ultimately, he wins his first championship with the 2014 Spurs, and what a valuable piece he remains.
And both free throws good for Green.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes, and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
The Magic trail by 9. To the left wing. Birch the pass to Bamba. They need this one. And it's good on the way in.
Well, don't let that lean frame fool you. Mo Bamba able to muscle through contact. Nice.
Lakers leading by 7. Here's Caruso. Kuzma outside. Pass to Caruso. McGee against Bamba. The 10-footer. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Fournier's shot is off. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's the 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Now here's Fultz. Tries it from 19.
And some people have talked about KCP, how he's an all-defensive team candidate, getting a taste of it right there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Orlando, we've got Markelle Fultz. Also, Evan Fournier out there. Bamba is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. There's the pass to Fultz. From deep three-point range. Rebound the Lakers. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Fultz. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Now Fultz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. McGee with the block. But they'll get another chance. Fournier gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, you love the leap that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Caruso, guarded by Fultz. Here's McGee, goes back up. He kicks to Howard. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
So for the Magic, Aminu comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Fournier. Ross against Caldwell Pope. Inside, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. 6-point game. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. To the inside. Here's Bamba. McGee with the block. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
For Orlando, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. And then for the Lakers, Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Bradley comes in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Los Angeles leading by 3. Outside Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
The first free throw is good.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Vucevic, and the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Passes it to Howard. Down low, here's Kuzma, got a piece of it. Ross against Bradley. Gordon with no one around. Here's Aminu, count that one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
The Lakers on D. And here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there. That was nice, guys. The determination, the toughness, not going to shy away from the boards.
James in the post. He's covered by Aminu.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Ross dishes to Vucevic. Gordon trying to break loose. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Bradley is remarkable at taking it to the rack. He just uses exceptional speed, Avery, and that athleticism to pick up these fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Free throw good from Bradley.
Well, Kevin, how about the remarkable improvement of Avery Bradley over time? Once strictly a dominant defender, this guy can make threes. He can drive the lane. There isn't an aspect of the game where he hasn't grown.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And that one is good. And that's 10 points for Kyle Kuzma.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Augustine with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Magic moving the ball around. Ross kicks to Vucevic. Davis with some nice D. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Knocked away. Orlando with the ball. Here's Augustine. Comes up empty down low.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
The Magic trail by 5. Now the feed to Gordon. Here is Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide open teammates on a consistent basis.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Pass to Vucevic. Aminu up top. James covering. With the floater. Here's Vucevic. And that time, also a missed shot.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
Well, talk about wasting no time. The ball pushed into the open floor, and Ross finishes before the defense can react.
Now here's James. He has 7. Shoots it up. It's hauled in by the Magic. Aminu's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Kicks to Vucevic. The pass to Augustine. Clock at 6. Back to Vucevic. Over Rondo. And it's Vucevic missing.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. And Davis can't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. To the wing on the left. Rondo against Augustine. It's tipped. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game. Rondo's shot is off. The Magic trail by 3 to the left side wing. And it's the Lakers on the break. Bradley's got the ball, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's Davis on the wing. Vucevic defending. Davis dishes to Green. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Vucevic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. And the Lakers also making a change. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Here's Fournier, and he makes good on the layup. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you've got to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
James, the pass to Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic. For Los Angeles, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Free throw good, Green. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Bradley. Both free throws good from Green.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Fournier with the ball. He's against Green. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Fournier. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Pass to LeBron. Launches a 3. That shot no good. So Orlando will take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Free throw good, James.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
And Orlando making a change here. Birch is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Magic trail by 3. Now Fultz. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Bamba. McGee with the block. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in. There's a minute left to play in the first half. Isaac. The shot, no good. Good D by James. Caldwell Pope for 3. He can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Fires the 3. Isaac misses.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
LeBron passes to Howard. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for 1 more at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. And the free throw, no good.
At this point for Dwight Howard in his career, it's about being efficient. I mean, we know he can grab rebounds, play defense. He's just got to stay aggressive and efficient on the offensive end.
20 seconds left in the first half of the game.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Miss you.
Yeah.
So big.
It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They are leading by 4. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got LeBron James. JaVale McGee is out there with Howard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Bradley in at the shooting guard position. And it goes down 2 points. Augustine's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Magic. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
And here's Augustine. Ross with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Howard kicks to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Augustine. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Augustine's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, DJ Augustine, he will not disappoint if you give him the mid-range. Nicely done.
Pass to Howard. Shoots over Vucevic. Howard misses. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Ross kicks to Gordon. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Gordon's got his third basket of the night.
The creative force behind these points is Terrence Ross. This guy keeps his head up, puts the pass right where it needs to be.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Looking to get it going. And it's Vucevic missing. Lakers leading by 4. Ross with the steal. Aminu the pass to Ross. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And the pass to Augustine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity. Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
The Magic have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Augustine passes to Ross. Here's Vucevic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Vucevic has got 8 points.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
Outside Rondo. Pass to McGee. Kicks it out to Bradley. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he comes up with the deuce. And now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Outside Bradley. From outside the arc. They get it back. Howard. Here's LeBron. Here's Howard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end. You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Free throw good, Howard. And surely Howard not as explosive as he once was. But as you said, Doris, the presence is still there.
No doubt, Kevin. And this team doesn't need Dwight to put up 20 points. That's not what he's here for. They need rim protection, and they need him to rebound at a high level.
And it's Vucevic missing. Lakers leading by 5. And slam dunk by Vucevic. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Passes it to James. Over Aminu. Here's Howard. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Howard's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And the rebound goes to Howard. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Over Augustine. Kuzma, that's good. And it's a 7-point Laker lead.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And that one is hammered home.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
The Magic have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Pass to Vucevic. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Orlando, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And the technical free throw is good. Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. And then for the Lakers, Anthony Davis comes in for LeBron. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. Gordon finds Aminu. Now here's Vucevic, guarded by Kuzma. Shot clock at 6. Howard against Vucevic, over Howard. The Magic again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 8. It's Kuzma penetrating. Good. Kuzma's got 14 points for the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here are the Magic now. Fournier with the ball. He has 7. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. From deep, Green connects from 3-point range. 7 points in the game.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
The Magic shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Fournier kicks to Fultz. There's the pass to Vucevic. Gordon trying to break loose. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 10 in the bucket there from Vucevic.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Bradley passes to Howard. Over to the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Outside, Davis over Gordon. And it's Davis missing. For Orlando, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Vucevic, the basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 3 assists tonight. Lakers leading by 8. Bradley up top, guarded by Fultz. Bradley kicks to Kuzma. Lets it go. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And that one's good. Green.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Now here's Fultz, guarded by Bradley. And it's Gordon missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Green against Fournier. Green, the pass to Howard. Left side, Davis. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Davis has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Isaac's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Evan Fournier. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
And he sinks the second. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Birch grabs the board, and there's the call on Howard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Magic trail by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Augustine. Lets the 3 fly.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
To the middle. They shoot again. And the layup is good. Davis has got 15 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Caldwell Pope against Augustine. 4 on the clock. They need this. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got 11 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here are the Magic now. They trail by 16. Feeds it to Fournier. Over Green. The shot is good off the backboard. And that's now 9 points for Evan Fournier.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Outside, Davis. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Kuzma. Stolen by Bamba. Isaac with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Augustine.
Well, I know he's in his 3rd decade, but DJ Augustine still has a 2nd gear. So dangerous in the open floor.
To the inside. There's 42 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Caldwell Pope against Augustine. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. He kicks to Fournier. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fade away, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by Green. And that's now 19 points for Davis.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Terrence Ross is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Bamba. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Birch in at the four-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Kuzma. Down low, Davis. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Davis has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Lakers. Kuzma against Ross. Releases. But they recover it. Birch kicks to Isaac. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Right now playing with a terrific rhythm. Jonathan Isaac, assertive guy who can burn you with the catch and shoot.
LeBron passes to McGee. Shoots over Bamba. And another basket for the Lakers.
Not everything fell for them in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Fournier. Pass to Ross. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That'll be his second foul of the game. Birch the pass to Ross. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Davis.
And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon. Drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line. He is such an excellent free throw shooter.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Ross. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Rondo against Fournier. Rondo passes to McGee. Kuzma outside. The offensive rebound. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 23.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Kuzma against Ross. Outside Fournier. Puts up a three. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 17-point game. Ross against Kuzma. Ross kicks to Birch. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Well, the decision-making getting better with more repetition. Mo Bamba starting to feel out the defense.
Outside Rondo. The dish to James. Now here's Kuzma. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. And James throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The Magic trail by 17. It's stolen by Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in. Rondo's got his first basket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. The pass to Isaac. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Rondo on the double team. Birch kicks to Fournier. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. James looking it over. Pass to Bradley. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Friday, the Houston Rockets will come into town. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That free throw good from Ross. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
LeBron against Aminu. Passes it to Bradley. Back to James. Right side Davis. Fades and shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Magic trail by 17. Inside, got a piece of it. Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Well, it doesn't take much for LeBron James to find his rhythm. The king right now making it look effortless.
The Magic have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Orlando's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Aminu. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Outside Rondo. To the paint. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from McGee. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
Augustine finds Ross. Orlando getting another chance here. Outside Gordon. There's the 3. A rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Inside, Bradley.
Well, you have to admire the way Bradley is controlling his body. In that instance, welcomes the contact with open arms.
First free throw is good. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Here's Vucevic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
And 2019, Nikola Vucevic becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
And he makes the first. And a big new contract for Vucevic, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vucevic, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Caldwell Pope outside. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here is Cook. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Kicks it to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. The tray. It's hauled in by Frazier. And it's Frazier with the ball for the Magic. Trailing by 19. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Orlando making some changes. Gordon's checked in for Kem Birch. Aminu comes in for Frazier. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Carter Williams. And so he hits both. Now here's LeBron. In the corner, Bradley with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one drops.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Both free throws good from Avery Bradley. Here's Augustine. A floater. Good D by Rondo.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Now the pass to Rondo. To the inside, Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. The Magic trail by 21. Pass to Ross. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 6 assists now in the game. Aminu against LeBron. He feeds it to Bradley. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. Aminu against LeBron. Here's Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
and one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
That free throw, no good. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Davis.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Ross leading the charge. The rebound by the Lakers. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Howard. Augustine against Bradley. Over Augustine and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Ross against Bradley. No good from Ross. Now here's Bradley. He's tightly guarded. Outside Rondo. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.